Hey everybody, this is Dream, and today I'm going to be reviewing Wizodd. Wizodd is developed by Gagunvi and published by Jandusoft. This comes out on 7/16 of 2021 for $4.99 on Xbox. It is a dungeon crawler slash shoot 'em up. Basically, in this particular game, it's a pixelated adventure where there's 3 floors in the castle, and and they are randomly generated floors each time, and you need to progress through the floors trying to find power-ups and defeat enemies in order to get enough power-ups in order to beat each final boss on each level. So some of your power-ups actually do retain from floor to floor, while others do not, and it's dependent on what kind of power-up you pick up. So if you pick up like more damage, that's only going to apply for that one floor, and if you pick up like a staff that's going to do a special type of shot, then that's going to stick with you the entire time. There are 3 floors in the game, and they do get progressively harder, and because they're randomly generated, it's actually pretty hard to tell where the final boss room is, and a lot of times I've gotten a little bit unlucky playing through the game, trying to get different power-ups, where I ended up with getting the final boss room pretty early in the floor, and once you get the final boss floor, you can't go back to any other rooms. So that's kind of a downside in the game, so to speak. I found that to be interesting, but also kind of annoying, because sometimes you get the boss room and you're like, well, crap, I'm not really ready because I haven't gotten into any of the power-up rooms, and well, too bad. You gotta have to try to fight them to move on to the next floor, which then just makes it even harder to progress through the 3 floors because, well, you already missed out on a bunch of power-up potential. So, overall, the game is just not very good. I mean, I liked kind of what they were trying to do here, but it's nothing you haven't seen before, and it's kind of a lazy attempt at making a dungeon crawler type of game. There's really just not enough to the game to make it worthwhile to play beyond the achievements. And it's literally the same thing on every floor, even though there's subtle differences like having ice in levels or having the little spikes that come out of the ground. That doesn't really give you any, like, I don't know, there's nothing to it. And then there's a whole bunch of rooms that are randomly, like, empty. And so I don't know what happened, which caused that. But it's a little bit of an annoyance from that perspective, because you could really use to have those rooms when when you feel like it's a risk to open up a room, because you might get the boss and then you end up with nothing. It really sucks. And you'll see in this video that that happens to me a couple times, where I actually get the boss after opening a room that's empty. So that's not consistent either, because I thought, well, maybe the boss is always connected to an empty room, but it's definitely not the case. At any rate, I also point out that the game does crash quite a bit, so that's a huge downer as well, and it's very annoying, especially when I was in the 3rd level a couple times, and the game would just crash on me. And then one time I beat the final boss, and the game crashed on me when it was doing the explosion for the final boss. So yeah, lots to dislike about the game. It is a pretty easy achievement game. However, the achievements are extremely RNG dependent. So if you might get all the achievements in one run, you might get half of them. I mean, it's just completely guessed based on what rooms you open and what items are available to pick up. There's one particular achievement which is for getting all these little necklaces, which seems to be the hardest one because I can almost never find them. And I think I've just got bad luck, but my goodness. I've played through the game like 7 times, and 3 times I've gotten to the boss, twice I beat him and the game has crashed, and once I failed to beat him. So, overall though, it's been kind of an annoyance in that perspective, so. I definitely don't really recommend it beyond the achievements. This is not a very good game overall, though the price is cheap, makes it achievement worthy, and at least in that aspect. But if you don't like RNG based games where you might have to spend a long time trying to get these achievements, then this probably isn't the game for you. But overall, it's just not a very good game. I'm gonna give the game a 3.5 out of 10. I mean, this is just kind of annoying that it's, it just appears that they didn't really try too hard to make something unique or special or anything, and it's pretty evident that it's just kind of been slapped together for a quick little, price grab or whatever for with the achievements. So that's pretty much all I got for this one. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you do pick it up, let us know what you think, and have a nice day, guys.